Sayalee Gankar, Madam, Vice-Chancellor, DY Patil University, Pune. Thank you very much, ma'am, for accepting to be the chief guest of today's program. I also welcome Professor Mohammed Khan, Finance Officer, Aligarh Muslim University, and Professor Jamal Ahmad Farooqui, the guest of honor of our conference today, who is also the chairman of the Department of Business Administration. Well, I welcome also all the faculty members of Department of Business Administration, other dignitaries, and all participants of the conference. Now, since its inception, the Faculty of Management Studies and Research is for the first time celebrating International Women's Day today. It is doing so by organizing an online conference on women in management, trends, issues, and challenges. International Women's Day is celebrated every year across the world for more than a century now, its first concerted effort being in 1911. Ever since, women have come a long way. Women of the present generation are indeed very, very lucky as they are independent to make their own choices, their own choice of education, their own choice of a career, own choice of a profession, choice of a life partner, whatever they may be. They charter their own roadmap. However, they still have a long way to go. Women today are leaders in their own field, yet there are very, very few who make it to the top echelons of corporate or professional life. Now, what keeps them at bay is the question. This year's theme of International Women's Day, Break the Bias, points to the glass ceiling, a barrier so subtle yet so strong that it makes it difficult for women to progress. Women's Day today calls for creation of a world which is free from bias and stereotypes. Women's Day today calls for creation of a world where diversity is not only valued and appreciated, but it is also celebrated. Women's Day today calls for upholding women's achievements and also recognizing and acknowledging the many challenges that women face. Women often have to make tough choices between a professional growth and career and a personal fulfillment, and many a time they struggle to balance the two. This day calls on women to not to lean out or lean back, but to keep going strong and resilient. This day calls on women to shed the lack of self-confidence. This day calls on women to abandon their low self-esteem. This day calls on women to lift the veil of silence. This day calls on women to find their own voice. This day calls on women to voice their own opinion loud, clear, and strong. This day calls women to learn not to attribute their success to the environment, destiny, or karma, but learn to own their own success. This day calls on women to learn not to believe again in luck, karma, and destiny, but have belief in their own ability. This day calls on women to believe that the C-suite is hers, and hers it's going to be. To all the women out there, believe that you have begun a race that you can finish. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your insightful views. Indeed, women have become engines of economic and social growth. I request guest of honor, Professor Jamal Ahmad Farooqui, sir, Chairman, Department of Business Administration, to please say a few words.
Thank you, Zareen. Good morning. Respected Vice-Chancellor of our university, Professor Tariq Mansoor, our chief guest, Professor Sayalee Gankar, the Vice-Chancellor of DY Patil University of Pune, Professor Salma Ahmed, the Dean, Faculty of Management Studies and Research, my colleagues, students, ladies and gentlemen. I feel honored to be present with you on this occasion. Though the history of Women's Day celebration can be traced back to the year 1909, the United Nations began its celebration as International Women's Day in 1975. Since then, the world has been highlighting the contributions of women and girls on March 8 every year with different themes. The United Nations has declared this year's International Women's Day theme as Gender Equality Today for a Sustainable Tomorrow. Let us understand in brief what does it mean. We know that sustainability has three dimensions: economic development, social development, and environmental protection. Though women are participating actively in various spheres of life and hence contributing towards economic development, but their number is extremely low. In India, for example, women's participation in management roles is not more than 8%, and only 2% of CEOs are women. Similarly, women are prone to more challenges in the society than men, like violence, harassment, safety, and discrimination. On the environmental front too, women are highly affected by environmental degradation. Therefore, for sustainable development, the resources need to be distributed equitably. Women represent nearly 50% of the population. There is no reason as to why their talent is not tapped for sustainable development. Here, I would like to conclude with a quote of Mahatma Gandhi: "Women is the companion of man, gifted with equal mental capacity." So, gender equality today will definitely result in a sustainable tomorrow. I believe through this conference, we will learn a lot about the women's contributions in the sustainable development. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. Today, on the occasion of International Women's Day, we have an esteemed chief guest, Dr. Sayalee Gankar. Dr. Gankar serves as the Vice-Chancellor at DY Patil University, Pune. She has worked as Dean Academics, Dean Management at MIT World Peace University. She has worked as director for two flagship institutes of MIT Group of Institutions, MIT School of Management and MIT College of Management, for more than 14 years. Dr. Gankar is the National President for National Council for Higher Education of India at Women Chamber of Commerce and Industry, New Delhi. She is the honorary member of National Advisory Council at SME Chamber of India, Mumbai. Madam Sayalee Gankar has worked with Maratha Chamber of Commerce, Industries and Agriculture, Maharashtra as the chairperson for Women Entrepreneur Committee. She has received many scholarships and awards like Best Entrepreneur Trainer Motivator by Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, Ahmedabad in 2003.
Look at it. When we talk about collaboration, I think who can do that best? I think the women are the best one who can really bring people together, connect them. The reason is the ownership of every goal is always been taken and served by women. If you look at it, when they talk about taking ownership, it means that it comes with all these values and, of course, competencies, dedication, sacrifice, taking the responsibility, going out of the box and working for organization, family has been seen with the women. I always admire all my women colleagues. The reason is they know it. The sensitivity in the organization has been bring always on the table by women. They understand the emotional issues. And I think that's one of the strength of the women, which can be seen as a competency and asset of the organization at every level. Many examples. If I look at the world and Kamala Harris, if you look at her, Winfrey Opera, Indira Gandhi, Bangladesh, the President, Bhandar Naiki, many of them have given wonderful roadmap to all the women. Right? They came from a very, very humble background and worked at the position. And this is because of the ownership and commitment which they give to the organization. I admire, I always respect the support which is given by all our colleagues. I'm not talking about, now we are moving towards gender equality, which has been said earlier, right? Especially at urban areas and especially at the national level, we find it that yes, now the efforts of women are being recognized by at all the levels, at ministry level, at government level, and of course at the organizational level. Now what we are looking for, what kind of changes we need to do it. I think yes, we carry the strength, courage, but now the time has come where we need to work on or acquire certain new competencies which are required. In terms of technology, in terms of management styles. And I think, I'm sure that the conference and the research papers, those will be presented by the researchers, will give a deep insight to all of us. I look forward for those insights shared with me so that it will help me to also change my approach. Approach in terms of course, leadership style, team building process, working with the managing resources, taking active decisions, creating high-performing teams are very essential in all organizations. And for that, the women management professionals or all professionals have to learn that how they can unlearn few things which are there in their mind. Unlearning is very essential for all of us so that we can learn new things which are very important. And for this, we need to understand, we need to go through the various issues and challenges. The time has come because I always feel that Nirmala Sitharaman, when I look at it, Benazir Bhutto, she was one of my favorite idol. I was always admired her. Indira Gandhi, when I looked at her, right? So these people, not only that, Margaret Thatcher, Queen Elizabeth, right? I have seen those people, that what they have done, how they sacrificed, what kind of challenges they have gone through. But today, the world has come to a different platform where the opportunities are more. When we perform better, we have that opportunity and we can explore the best. And I'm sure that women, those who are attending the session, they will definitely learn through all those things. We need to read a lot. We need to update ourselves. We need to handhold each other. We need to have the respect for the women when they work in organization. We need to take care of them. We need to give them the support in terms of appreciation. We need to give them the hand in terms of giving them strength, support that yes, we all are there to take care of you. You go ahead. And the world has seen in the history during, I'm not talking about the history, but pre-independence era, during the independence, and at the same time, post-independence, during this technological transformation, women have taken a major challenge and moved to the next level. The time has come that all of us, we need to be together, forgetting that what we are. We should focus on our competencies. We should focus on the performance. We should focus on how people carry themselves as a leader in the organization. Gone are the days where we were talking about, but now the designation, rather than designation, performance matters the most, right? Let's admire, let's appreciate those who perform, those who give their 100%. Gender equality, gender biases are required to be removed from our minds. And then only we can say that, yes, we are here to work for the better country, and also making our own universities, organization which can contribute to the nation building process, and not only to the nation building process, but even to the world at large. I'm sure this conference will bring a pulse of wisdom to each of us. Let's understand those. Let's understand the perception of the researcher. Let's understand the perception of the thinkers, what they have, their experiences. And those wisdom will be the torch bearing or the pathways or the guidelines for all of us. And I'm sure that the efforts which have been taken by Honorable Vice-Chancellor, sir, the guest of honor, and of course, Dean Professor Salma Ahmed will definitely contribute the all women's what we are doing. Aligarh Muslim University is one of the old university, and I was so happy to look at the videos, and I researched all the website and tried to find out what efforts this university is doing. And every university is a knowledge reservoir. So let's explore what we are doing. Let's collaborate together. There are so many good things that are happening in every organization. Time has to come. Again and again, I would like to reiterate here that the time is to really celebrate happiness, really celebrate the good things which are happening in this world. Let's handhold, let's appreciate each other's efforts, let's respect and make the world a better place and very, very happy place. So with this, thank you so very much, Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Professor Tariq Mansoor, thank you, Professor Dr. Salma Ahmed, Dean for DBA at Aligarh Muslim University. Thank you so very much for inviting me, allowing me to share a few of my thoughts with all of you. I wish you again a very happy Women's International Day, all of you. Thank you, all people, those who are helping us, from family to the organization to the government, that women can contribute, women can be rewarded, respected in this country and the world. Once, thank you so very much. I wish you all the best, the success of this conference, and look forward to meet you so very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your thought-provoking ideas. The role of women highlighted by you holds great importance in the lives of all of us. We are extremely honored to have Professor Tariq Mansoor, sir, Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Aligarh Muslim University, to preside over the inaugural session. I humbly request, sir, to please deliver presidential address.
Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Sayalee Gankar, Vice-Chancellor DY Patil University, Pune, Dean Professor Salma Ahmed, Chairperson Professor Jamal Ahmad Farooqui, distinguished members of the faculty, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, namaskar, and good morning to all of you. First of all, I like to wish everybody a happy Women's Day, not only to the women, but to the men also, a happy Women's Day. And I thank the Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Sayalee Gankar, Vice-Chancellor DY Patil University, Pune, for sparing her valuable time and gracing this occasion. I also congratulate Professor Salma Ahmed and Professor Jamal Ahmad Farooqui and their whole team for organizing this online conference on Women's Day. And the topic is also very pertinent: women in management, trends, issues, and challenges. Of late, there has been a perceptual shift in the role women plays in the environment, be it the business, social, political, or cultural arena. women are no more confined within the four walls of their house, but they have also become an integral component of the workforce, not only in the developed countries, but also in India. You see the rural economy. Women are playing such an important role in the rural economy as a workforce. In the villages, they are the mainstay of the workforce, I'll say, as far as agriculture is concerned. Because those people who are living in the towns, they may not be fully aware of this. But if you go to the villages and you see how much women are contributing to the agriculture production, to the dairy farming, to the animal husbandry, those who are exposed to rural areas only they will realize. In India, women have played a major role in helping the growth of the Indian economy, and estimates suggest that women contribute approximately 7 to 18% of the total GDP. Further, the International Monetary Fund estimates that equal participation of women in the workforce will increase India's GDP by 27%. As has already been pointed out by our Honorable Chief Guest, the Vice-Chancellor of DY Patil University, women today are found in every field, be it academics, healthcare, hospitality, entrepreneurship, politics, social, and the list is endless. She has enumerated so many names, the Chief Guest already. But Mother Teresa, Kalpana Chawla, Indira Nui, Sheryl Sandberg, Kiran Majumdar-Shaw, lately Geeta Gopinath, Arundhati Bhattacharya, who was the first woman to be chairman of the State Bank of India. They have identified a niche even in fields which earlier was considered a male bastion. These women have challenged the status quo, challenged what is expected of their gender, and changing the world around them, and giving hope and aspiration to other women to follow suit. The richest Indian woman is Roshni Nadar, who is the chairman of SCL. She is the richest Indian woman. Of course, she has inherited the income. She is not a self-made because her father was the chairman of SCL, and she is the only child. So she has inherited everything from him. Though of course the father is also alive. But she has become I think the managing director of SCL now. And she's contributing a lot in philanthropy, in women's education, in skill development for women. I have myself observed that in many of the countries which are supposed to be conservative, like Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and other West Asian countries, which are traditionally conservative, women, they have come forward. Because I was there earlier in these West Asia countries in 1986. That situation was totally different. Recently, I went 2-3 years back, before the COVID, to almost all the West Asian countries, and there is a sea change. The women, they are taking to education in a big way. They are playing a very important role in these countries in teaching, especially school teachers, university teachers, nursing, then technical education, hospitality sector. And also, you will also find women there doing stamping your passport and other things in the immigration section also. There's a sea change. During the COVID-19 pandemic also, women leaders all over the world, whether it was Chancellor Angela Merkel in Germany, or the Prime Minister of New Zealand, or the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, or the women leaders of some of the Scandinavian countries, they have done much better than the men leaders in controlling the COVID-19 pandemic in their countries. According to Fortune 23, women are running global 500 business in 23 women are running global 500 business in 2021. women leadership is moving in the right direction. The comprehensive report on women CEOs in America 2021 undertaken by the Women Business Collaborative revealed that 8.2% Fortune 500 CEOs are women compared to 6.6% in 2019, which is remarkably high. In 2021, number of women running business on Fortune 500 companies was 46, which is also a significant number. Further, what is a positive sign is that gradually women are getting acceptance outside their homes, in diverse fields, and in the corporate world too. In other words, gender equality is gaining grounds in different sectors all across the world. The perception of women has changed. Her contribution is beyond a homemaker. Today, women are empowered and they claim their right. They make use of opportunities and they are marching side by side with men in every walk of life. They have made a mark in every sphere of life and they have their own identity. From housewives to CEOs, the transition is swift and fast. Women are known for their qualities, as has rightly been pointed out by the chief guest and also by Professor Salma Ahmed. They are known for their qualities, soft skills, teamwork, more accommodative nature, promoting well-being, patience, and above all, resilience. Therefore, they are a welcome change in the workforce and welcome in corporate offices too. Their commitment and persistent hard work has been recognized and has enabled them to reach a pinnacle of success. But we need to do more. Though the status of women has changed dramatically in the last 50 years, especially in especially in Western countries, United States, Canada, European Union, Australia. But even there and here also in the Asian countries, I think we need to do more for equal participation of women in various spheres of life, in the representation in parliament, state assemblies, higher judiciary, civil services. I think there is still a lot of scope for further improvement and further gender equality everywhere. The organizations have also changed their culture, and organizations at large are recognizing the contribution of women. Their commitment and contributions valued. They are acknowledging that women leaders are driving progress. Organizations which have identified and adopted the most effective diversity, equity, and inclusion are the winners. Because everybody recognizes, I as a teacher, I have always recognized in the medical field. When I was a teacher, I was always observing that my female medical students, they are more sincere, they are more dedicated, they are more compassionate. The lady doctors also, they have greater compassion. So I am sure that in the future, things will further improve. Things have already improved a lot, but I am sure that in the future, things will further improve. I once again congratulate Professor Salma and the organizers. I wish the program all the success. And I'm sure, because basically what is the purpose of Women's Day? The purpose of Women's Day is to create awareness about the right of women, about the status of women, about many other aspects of women empowerment. So this is the main purpose of Women's Day, or any other day when we sit. So many days we are celebrating these days. The main thing is to create awareness in society at large. So I'm sure that this program will also create awareness and in our university and in the society at large. And I wish the program all the success. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring thoughts. You have presented such an integrated view on women. You have once again inspired many of us here. Now, I request Dr. Tariq Aziz, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, to deliver vote of thanks. After which, the IT support team shall play AMU Tarana. It will be followed by the national anthem.
I feel honored to have the privilege to deliver vote of thanks in this inaugural ceremony. I, on behalf of the FMSR Faculty of Management Studies and Research, extend a sincere thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Sayalee Gankar Madam, Vice-Chancellor DY Patil University, for gracing this occasion with her presence. I express my immense gratitude to Professor Tariq Mansoor Sahab, Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Aligarh Muslim University, for accepting our invitation and presiding over the inaugural ceremony. I am thankful to Professor Salma Ahmed Madam, Dean, Faculty of Management Studies and Research, for conceptualizing this online conference and taking the initiative to organize it. I am also thankful to Professor Jamal Ahmad Farooqui, sir, for his guidance and support in organizing this event. I must thank Dr. Zareen Husain Farooq for her initiative and wonderful efforts in organizing this event. Lastly, I must thank all the participants, paper presenters, and all the volunteers. Special thanks to University Administration, Honorable Vice-Chancellor, sir, Registrar, sir, and Finance Officer, sir, for their immense support and encouragement. Finally, I once again thank all who are present in this inaugural ceremony, and I end with the beautiful couplet of Allama Iqbal. Wujude zan se hai tasveere kainat mein rang, wujude zan se hai tasveere kainat mein rang, isi ke saath se hai zindagi ka soze darun.
फॉर्मल कोलैबोरेशन होते हैं ना, फिर वो बहुत अच्छा हो जाता है।
Share जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Before the program comes to a formal close, I would like to request all to please turn on their videos for a group picture. I request all to please turn on their videos for a group picture. Thank you. This online inaugural ceremony formally comes to a close. I thank you all once again for your gracious presence.